Ano yung nickname mo? Bel ba or Ella?
Bel po.
Bel.
Bel.
Anong nickname mo sa team? Iba ba? Or
Bel din po.
Bel din? Okay,
Bel.
just being sure.
The
Okay.
youngest.
Oo.
Tama ba youngest ka, Bel?
Ilan taon ka na?
Yes. 19 po.
So, anong year of birth mo? 2000?
2002 po.
Oh my God!
Tapos,
2002.
nag-ano ka na? Nag-U-up seniors ka na, hindi pa?
Hindi pa po.
Di
So,
pa.
pero NU ka, juniors and seniors, di ba?
Yes po.
Yeah.
Okay, sige.
Ah, my God. Tinanan mo, 2002, 12 years
Batchmates
old
pala
ako.
ni Ate Jema yan eh.
12 years old ako nun. Woo! Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. My name is Diego Dario, and in tonight's game plan, we'll chat with Philippine women's national volleyball team members Jema Galanza, Mhicaela Belen, and Laure as we look back at their Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championship experience. Plus, we'll play a game called Spill the Teammate with their national team stars.
Actually, I think it's pronounced spill the tea, mate. And my partner, Diego Dario, will help us break down some big plays from TNT and Meralco and how they bagged their Game 5 victories in the semifinals. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. We are still on a high on volleyball fever after seeing some of the country's top volleyball players represent the country at the recent Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championship. And tonight, we're joined by three members of the Rubisco squad, Jema Galanza, Mhicaela Belen, and Laure. Ladies, welcome to the game.
Hello po.
Hi po.
Hello.
First of all, very happy that you're back in the country. And if I'm not mistaken, some are not in quarantine anymore. Tama ba yan?
Tapos na.
Oh, tapos na. I feel so happy for all of you. Pero I wanna start with you first. So, first of all, long layoff, how did it finally feel to be able to compete again at that particular level?
Siyempre po first, nakakamiss. Kasi after a long time talaga na hindi kami sanay na nasa bahay lang. Ngayon, nakapag-compete ulit kami with other countries and yung level, nakakamiss.
Well, Ella, ikaw naman, for you, you played for the national university and high school, national university, and the upcoming UAAP. But now you're playing in the national team at 19 years old. You're the youngest member of the team. What does it feel like representing the country at this stage of your career?
Bel?
For me po, syempre po nakaka-proud kasi hindi ko naman po in-expect na makakasali ako sa kanila at the age of 19 years old. And grabe po yung excited ko nung nalaman ko pong I have a chance to compete with them po.
Grabe. So 19 years old, already competing with some of the best in the country and around the best in the region. Grabe. When she was born, 12 years old ako. Can I
Kamusta
just
naman
say
yung
that?
experience na yun, Bel? Siyempre, you're the youngest. Kasama mo mga ate mo.
Bel,
Sorry po.
Can you tell us a bit about yung experience mo being part of a team na yung mga idol mo growing up or part of that group?
Opo, nung una, grabe po yung excited ko kasi nung una po pinapanood ko lang po sila sa TV like sila Ate Abby, sila Ate Kiana, and yung other international players like sila Chachuon po, sila Plongjit. Then nung una ko po silang nakalaro, syempre po hindi po mawawala yung pagka-starstruck ko po sa kanila. Kasi yung iniidolo ko po ngayon po, makakalaban ko na and makakakampi ko na. And hindi po ako nahirapan mag-adjust dun sa team kasi ginaguide po kami ng mga ates. Hindi po nila kami pinapabayaan na dapat ganito gawin namin. Lagi po nila kami nire-remind na mag-enjoy lang sa game and gawin namin yung best namin.
Jema, first of all, we put you in this group kasi alam ko, young at heart ka rin eh. So
Makabatch.
this is a very young group that we grouped you in with. Pero Jema, looking at this, your calendar, yung personally, you actually just came from playing in the PVL tapos biglang sumaba ka sa national team. Can you tell us a bit about yung difference of yung role mo, what's expected of you from yung club team mo compared to yung national team pool?
Sa national team kasi, syempre nga, medyo halo-halo kami. May mga bata, merong ka-age ko, mas matanda sa akin. So, medyo, yan same din kay Bel, na parang hindi naman din ako nahirapan mag-adjust. And sa training naman kay Coach Jorge, okay naman. I mean, may onte lang talagang adjustment, pero hindi naman siya totally na parang nahirapan ako. So, okay lang naman. And syempre, hindi naman na din bago tong mga bata. Wow, mga bata. So, akala mo matanda na. Hindi naman bago na yung mga nakasama ko. Kasi dati rin nag-ABC rin naman ako. So, wala naman ganong ka-adjustment sa teammates kasi nakakasama ko naman sila.
Jema, from the PVL to the national team, nakapahinga ka ba or tuloy-tuloy yung training nyo?
At least 2 weeks ata nakapagpahinga naman ako. Ayan.
Well, okay, that rest is important. Looking at yung grupo nyo, obviously a lot of young players, a lot of more veteran players. Grabe yung mix nyo in terms of the age groups. Pero can you tell us a bit about, was there a difference? Naramdaman nyo ba yan? Yung like, were the younger players staying together or were the older ones sticking to themselves? How did you all mix it all up?
Siguro, yung isang yung isang factor doon is, like sila Bella, hindi sila naglaro ng parang 19 years old. Naglaro sila ng parang sobrang experience na sila. Tapos yung mga ates naman namin, patuloy silang nag-guide sa amin, patuloy silang sinusuportahan kahit anong aspect yan. At yun yung isang mahalaga talaga na hindi nawala at naging consistent. Kaya din siguro, maganda yung napakita ng team namin kahit na young kami lahat.
Well, Bel, puro good words yung naririnig namin from your ates, no? Pero ikaw, specifically, ano yung mga natutunan mo sa mga, seniors in the team in terms of volleyball?
Kung paano mo po tignan yung game. Kasi po nung high school kami, parang ang game lang po basta maglaro lang, basta manalo. Ngayon po iba eh. Kung paano mo po siya i-view as a athlete niya, as paano po pag naglalaro ka, paano dapat yung gawin mo sa ganitong sitwasyon, ano yung dapat nagalaw, parang mga decision mo po dapat. And yung alaga po sa katawan, like yung preparation po, dapat importante. Yun po ang tutunan namin sa mga ate na dapat hindi porket walang training, talagang pahinga ka.
Yeah.
Kailangan may gagawin ka para maging productive yung araw mo. Para the next day, maging maayos yung training or yung game mo.
Well, Jema, you mentioned a while ago that syempre you're already a veteran of the national team in the sense that you already had national team experience. Pero mas na-emphasize ba yung pagka-mentor mo on this team for the younger ones considering the fact na grabe yung age gaps between some of the members compared to the others?
Yes, and ang sarap din sa feeling din na may ginaguide ka din ng mga bata. Ang sarap din sa feeling na yung mga ginaguide mo, magagaling din talaga and talagang nakikinig sa'yo. So, every time nakikita ko sila sa game, yun nga, sabi nga ni Aya na parang hindi mo makikita na may age gap talaga. Kasi, kumbaga yung mga laro namin, pag nakikita mo, parang same lang, parang kala mo 20 na, 21, di ba? Pero imagine mo si Bel, di ba? 19 pa lang. So, ang ganda, natutuwa ako, sobrang nakakatuwa din. And maganda rin naman yung format nila na may mga bata sa national team. Kasi madami pa talaga silang magagawa and mararating pa kasi napakabata pa nila.
You know, I lost count of how many times he mentioned the fact that 19 years old lang si Bel. Kasi grabe, it's such a surprise. Grabe, no? Woo! Anyway, doesn't play like a 19-year-old though. But you know what? After the break, we're gonna have a little fun here kasi it's laglagan time as Jema, Aya, and Bel spill who's who among their teammates. Stay tuned. You're watching the game.
Welcome back to the game. My name is Diego Dario. We're still joined by our volleyball national team players Jema Galanza, Laure, and Belen. Of course, we can't let you ladies go without having a little fun. So tonight, we'll play a game we call Spill the Tea, Mate. Okay, very simple. Simple lang ito. We'll give you descriptions and then you have to choose who among your teammates in the whole pool, medyo maraming pagpipilian, who among the whole pool fits the description. Siyempre, hindi pwedeng sagot lang. Dapat may kwento or explanation. Are you ladies ready?
Ready.
Ready.
More energy naman. Are you ladies ready?
Ready.
Oh, yun.
Yeah.
Okay, parang game show na to.
Okay, so first one, just to explain to the fans, yung one man, di ba yun yung parang punishment sa inyo? Pag medyo nagagalit na yung coaches, one man, kailangan mo i-dig lagi lahat ng bola na
Kung
iaano
sa basketball yan, suicide yan or
Parang
plant and
ganun.
rise. So,
Tama ba yun, mga idols?
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
so-
They don't like it.
Okay, so for the first one, spill the teammate. Sino yung laging napapagalitan or laging nawa-one man sa mga coaches? Ea.
No one man. Si Ivy. Si Ivy Laksina.
Bakit si
Siya ang
Ivy?
laging no one man. Kasi, actually, si Ivy kasi, madami siyang posisyon. So, sa napakadami niyang posisyon, syempre, lahat kailangan ng posisyon na pag-aaralan niya. So, ayun, parang may mga times na medyo nakakalito na. So, actually, hindi naman napapagalitan. Siguro nalilito lang talaga siya sa daming posisyon na pinag-aaralan niya. Nag-open siya, nag-middle siya, tapos nag-opposite siya. So, sobrang dami talaga. Kaya siguro, madalas siyang nawa-one man para mas ma-practice pa yung mga positions na pinag-aaralan. Hindi naman napapagalitan. Actually, mas more on, mas ini-improve pa para mas madami siyang position na pwedeng laruin.
I'm sure the coaches mean well naman.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. No one is punished naman without any reason. Or not punished, but then at least pushed. Gemma, pero agree ka ba doon sa assessment ni Ea?
I think kasi sila, ang tagal nila nagkasama nung sa Ilocos pa. Yes. Kasi ang nakasama ko lang sila nitong September lang. So, ang madalas ko nakikitang napapagalitan is yung setter. Yan si Cal. Yan, si Camille Cal. So, madalas, syempre, kahit namang saang team, si setter talaga laging napapagalitan. So, syempre, setter dapat kasi alam mo yung set, maayos, dapat kilala mo yung spiker mo. Yung mga ganun kasi laging sinasabi ng coach. So, mahirap din talaga ang trabaho ng setter. So, madalas, ayun, ang napapagalitan ni Coach.
Oh, yeah, you have to think different there.
So for the next question, spill teammate. Who is the most energetic or pinakamakulit sa team? Jema.
Ako, dahil roommate ko siya, si Ate Abby.
Okay, yeah.
Bakit?
I understand, pero yes, go on, explain.
Hindi ko kaya yung energy niya. As in, kasi ako maaga ako matulog. Tapos, minsan mga 9, ganon, mga 10 na yung pinaka-late. Tapos nakikita ko siya, mga 11, may energy pa siya. So, minsan, feeling ko nag-a-adjust na lang din siya sa akin kasi ang aga ko nga matulog. And then kahit isang dyan yung energy niya agad. And especially sa training. Kasi siguro nasanay na siya kasi cutting ball siya since college. And yun din talaga yung nagbibigay kasi sa kanya ng energy.
Oh, grabe. I mean, the funny thing is, we kinda saw that coming. Pero when you talk of, so in other words, anong oras natutulog si Abby in general?
Hindi ko napapansin po kasi lagi na
Kasi tulog na siya.
Si Gemma. Okay.
Bel, ikaw naman,
nauna po ako
agree ka ba dun kay Jema, Bel?
For me po, si Beth.
Dead. Oh, bakit?
Ang pinakamakulit. Sobra po yun. Hindi po siya nauubusan ng energy from morning to evening. Matulog na lang po kami, tatawag pa yan sa akin, magchichikahan pa po kami.
Clingy no?
Ganun talaga.
Batang version ni Ate.
Ayun.
Okay.
Okay. Ladies, for the next question, spill the teammate. This is for Bel. Kanino sa mga ate mo ka pinaka na starstruck or nabilib na maging kakampi with your experience with them?
For me po kay Ate Kiana. Kasi si Ate Kiana po, idol ko talaga siya. Isa po siya sa mga idol ko dito sa Philippines. Meron po akong kwento. Birthday po ni Ate Kiana, then nag-reply ako sa story niya sa IG. Nag-long message pa po ako sa kanya. Sobrang idol ko sa kanya. Parang around 2017, 2016 pa po ata yun.
Oo.
Then nung nakasama ko po siya sa national team, sabi ko, i-unsend ko nga. Baka mabasa ni Ate Kiana. Nakakahiya.
So, hindi niya nabasa?
Tawa siya.
So, hindi niya nabasa? Tama ba? Hindi niya nabasa yung message?
Hindi po kasi hindi niya naman po kilala nun eh. So,
Okay,
send mo na lang ulit sa next birthday niya.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a chance right now, okay? If you can resend that message, what would you say to her? Let's pretend it's her birthday, okay? Happy birthday, Kim. Alright? Anong sasabihin mo sa kanya? Kailangan mahaba yung message, ha?
kaya naman di mo ako pinansin.
Okay na yun. Yun na yung message.
Okay, pwede na. Alright, but syempre, there's a bit of, siguro a bit of comparisons between you and Kiana. Jema, I wanna ask you, do you see a bit of Kiana's game in Bel, the way she's been playing so far?
Ako ba? Ako
Oo,
talaga?
sorry.
Sorry. Hindi kasi siguro sa attacks kasi parehas namang porsyento. Pero kasi iba rin yung position nila.
Yeah.
Diba? So si Bel kasi more on defense, receive. Si Kiana naman more on sa net defense. So sa attacks, almost the same naman.
When you look at Bel, who do you see? Like, which veteran do you see in her?
Si Bel. Tingnan mo yan si Bel. Tama ba yung ganun? Si Ara Galang. Kasi parang super duper complete talaga. Receive, defense, consistency, sobrang utak, as in sobrang kulit ng kamay. Nalito na.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yun, si Ate Ara.
You
Very
can't
good
tell.
message.
You can't tell, pero Bel is blushing daw eh.
Yes, that's for sure. Okay, so
Complete yan si Bel.
so guys, ladies, before we end, kay Jema first, short message to your fans. Syempre, they supported you all throughout.
Yes, ayan, maraming salamat po sa walang sawang pagsuporta sa akin. Pa-PVL man, pa-national team, makumama, lahat po ng mga ginagawa ko sa live, talagang walang sawa sila nag-support sa akin. And syempre, supportahin nyo rin pa rin po ang national team dahil next year madami pong plano ang national team natin. And for sure, paghahandan talaga ng mabuti. And abangan niyo tong mga batang to dahil madami pa po yung mapapakitang galing sa sa paglalaro ng volleyball.
Your message
Thank you.
naman, kasi we already got Bel's message to Kim eh. Pwede na yan. Oo. Aya.
Siyempre po, nagpapasalamat po kami sa lahat po ng sumusuporta sa national team and of course sa PNBF, sa Rebisco, sa PSC, and kay Congressman Alan Cayetano of Taguig. Maraming salamat po sa suporta na binibigay niyo po sa amin sa national team. Thank you so much po.
Alright, Bel, I'm just joking. You can have a message before we go.
Short message.
Hindi, okay lang po.
Okay, sige. On behalf of Bel, we'd like to thank all of the people who supported the national team. Sino pa dyan, Bel? Okay, but anyway, in general, thank you very much, Aya, Jema, and Bel for joining us here on
Thank
the
you,
game.
idols.
We can't wait to talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Hindi po.
Alright, after the break, my partner Diego Dario will help us break down some big plays from TNT and Meralco and how they bagged their Game 5 victories in this semifinal. Stay tuned. You're watching the game. back to the game. All right, now welcome back to the game. I'm Paulo De Rosario. Kelly Williams is back. Poy Aram played through his broken cheekbone, and 6 players scored in double figures for the TNT Tropang Giga as they take Game 5 against the San Miguel Beermen. Take a look at this, 110-90 is the final score. Jason Castro, R. Pogoy, as well as Mike Williams and Troy Rosario, all leading the way in a dominant win for the TNT Tropang Giga. They lead the series 3-2 and chance to close things out tomorrow against the San Miguel Beermen. Now, let's further break down that big win for the Tropang Giga. Helping us with our discussion is my partner and no longer co-host for the meantime, PBA Rush analyst Diego Dario. Jegs, this was one-sided, to say the least. But then it's been a weird series, hasn't it? Because of the fact that it's either they win by 20 or they lose by 1 or 2. It's just been a weird one. Or your take so far on how this whole series has gone and how that last game went?
Well, I think in that Game 5 victory of TNT, they really played to their strengths. They forced a lot of turnovers. They, had a lot of great stops, and in result, they had easy baskets in transition. But also, not just because of their defense, it's also because of their offense. They moved the ball very well. They had the spacing right, and that is why they really had a great time on offense. They made a lot of outside shots, allowing them to open up those driving lanes for their offense.
Well, they also got Kelly Williams back, as we mentioned. Poy Aram playing through an injury. So the big men are really, they're a bit of the walking wounded here, but they're still doing the job against a San Miguel team that has a lot of size.
Well, it's because of the big men of TNT that it's their ability to shoot from the outside that's really causing problems for this San Miguel defense. Kelly Williams is capable of shooting that three-pointer. Poy Aram has been playing very well when it comes to shooting the ball from the outside, and Troy Rosario has been playing well also. So it's really the bigs that's really been effective for this TNT offense.
So we're not going to try something different here on the game because we've always stared at this big wall behind us and thought that we can do something with this,
and
right?
So something's gonna
pop up right here. So let's take a look at that right now. We're gonna bring up a bit of the game last time around between San Miguel and the TNT Tropang Giga, just to give you a better idea of how that game went, or at least a little sample of it. So, based on our discussions a while ago, the TNT Tropang Giga have been doing something specific with the way that they move, with the way that they try to generate their looks on offense. And what do you think that is?
Well, we'll see it later. They've really spaced out that offense and really moved the ball very well. As you can see right here, Jason Castro to Troy Rosario finding the shooters in the corner. Let's see that again, and let's pause it on the first one. So right here, you can see Ryan Reyes really spreading the floor for TNT. And we go a little bit on before this play. All right here. So you see Jason Castro right here. He attracted 2 defenses already. Romeo and Arwin Santos is already on him. But we see the spacing for this TNT offense. Coach Chot Reyes really preaches spacing. Spacing is already offense. Mikey Williams is all the way there in the sideline. Kelly Williams, who's a capable three-point shooter, is all the way there, bringing Junmar out of the paint. So there's no really rim protector here for San Miguel, and Ryan Reyes all the way here. So let's play that one more time and then pause right away. So right there, that was a great roll by Troy Rosario. That's his versatility. He went from going from the outside, he can pop and shoot from the outside, but can also drive and dive on that pick and roll. So that's what he did right there. And it resulted to CJ Perez helping on him. As you can see right here, he had to choose between Ryan Reyes, who's all the way here. It's not even seen in the screen, so he had to choose, and that's what spacing does for your offense. And then if you play it right away, Ryan Reyes is just capable of hitting those three-point shots from the corner, Pao.
I love the fact that, first of all, that we have this big wall that we can play with here. So actually, if we can have the start of the play again, I want to ask you a bit about something. So we're going to pause it right before the first pass, or at least, or maybe if we loop it, we're going to see it. So my question for you is that you look at the way that TNT are playing, and they have 5 guys out, and that's the way they normally play. What makes it so difficult for them to stop, especially if they have a guy like Junmar Fajardo in the middle who's not as mobile enough to be able to close out as maybe like the CJ Perez did over here.
Well, for TNT, the reason why they're playing this 5-out offense is because they want Junmar to go all the way out. Because they know that that's Junmar's weakness, going out of the paint and trying to guard in the perimeter, and that's what they did right there. Sometimes, though, it's going to be Poy Eram here, and that's why he's been playing very well for TNT. And Poy Eram has been playing well because he's forcing Junmar out of that three-point line.
You know, I have a surprise for you, Jegs, kasi sabi daw ni Derek, he liked it when I stood up eh. So I'm gonna stand up for the rest of this also.
I like this.
So, okay, so can we roll this one more time before we move on from this point? So you had Reyes shooting from the corner, and you mentioned a while ago that, all right, so you have Kelly Williams there who's a shooter, Troy Rosario is also a shooter, so basically every member of this team can shoot. If you're looking at this from a San Miguel coaching standpoint, and they break this up again, which they probably will because that's their identity, how would you address their defensive scheme, knowing that Junmar Fajardo, in particular, is not as mobile, and you still want him on the floor anytime?
Well, for San Miguel, what you want when guarding, especially the ball screen, if you can play it right away, is for the ball screen to be guarded just by two players, so that CJ will not have to go all the way there and rotate on the roller. So if Junmar is here, he won't have to rotate here if they guard that ball screen properly and force Junmar to go out. So I think that's the key for the San Miguel defense.
Well, this is going to be an interesting dance when it comes tomorrow, especially when you see all the adjustments that Coach Lay would have to make. And of course, it's not just that. We also have the Meralco series going on against the Magnolia Hachas Pambansang
That was a
Manok.
tough one too.
That was a tough victory. They got it done, and we're going to see whether or not they will have the chance to be able to extend this even further than they already have.
All right. So that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. My name is Diego Dario.
I'm uncomfortable standing up, but my name is Pablo Del Rosario, and this has been The Game.